Hi, I'm with my friend Sally here, and we want to share why we're doing retreats together, because we've done a few now, haven't we?
We have, yes. Very exciting.
Yeah. So why are we doing them together? I mean, I love you.
I know, I love you too. And we wanted to share that, I guess. Yeah. Bringing it to many more people to experience what we have, because we've been very fortunate to work together for quite a few years.
Yes, yes.
Way back in New Zealand and here in beautiful Newcastle.
Yep.
And we saw an opportunity to do this in beautiful Bluey's Beach on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. We've made it as accessible as possible so that anyone can come and participate.
Yeah. And I suppose that was one of the reasons, wasn't it? We wanted to make sure that as many as possible would have the opportunity, because that idea of a retreat is that reset that everybody needs, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not just in corporate work context, but obviously there's that piece too, and from my background where I'm from, but looking at just as a human, and how there's so much busyness, and often we have delight around us, but I know for me, I wasn't seeing that. So an opportunity to really reset, and guided by you, which is just, a wonderful experience. So being able to share that with more people, I think how it evolved.
Yeah, yes. Yes, there was the design, you had the place, we had the relationship. And then really, I think the delight catching, I think has been my absolute favorite retreat of any of them.
Yes.
Because, we're lucky enough to do it twice a year, to really get that injection of, that's right, that's right, delight. There's so much of it. I just noticed the other day, I came back from Melbourne and I stepped outside, and there was that smell of jasmine for spring.
Yes.
And I went, oh, what a delight, right? And allowing yourself to kind of settle. But the retreats help us to remind us.
That's right.
Of really kind of harvesting those moments.
That's right. And stepping outside of the autopilot.
Exactly.
Of where, you could have easily just walked through that street and not acknowledge that smell, the feelings that then evoked. Yes. And I think that's what I've loved about the location, is that there's opportunity throughout the 5 days that we're there to really experience nature.
Yes.
And step into that and challenge ourselves with some silence, and to really, I guess, observe our thoughts and our feelings and what have you. And for me, life is busy and it is for everybody. But being able to just take that moment for yourself, and I know for me, bringing that back to my family, my friends, my team, I'm a better person for it.
Yes. Yes, and that has ripple effects, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like dropping that pebble into the pond, and out it goes. Yeah.
And I think the other thing that also now kind of keeps motivating us is to see the change in them, in people, don't you think?
Yes.
The participants, when they come to when they finish.
Yeah.
It's I mean, first of all, people, I mean, this sounds really, it's probably terribly superficial of me to say, but people become so much more beautiful. Don't you notice that?
I think as they ease into...
Their eyes, their faces light up, and it's just, something happens.
Like an internal glow coming out. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
One of my, there's many delightful moments on this retreat, but one of them that has stuck with me was with a lady who I was fortunate enough, we went for this beautiful noble silence walk in a national park over to a beach. And I was first in the water, and she dived into the water, and as she came up, I was there looking at her, and I saw this smile, this childlike smile, and I actually had the pleasure of knowing this lady when we went to school many years ago, and it reminded me of her back as a 12 or 13-year-old, and just, I'm smiling thinking about that now, but it was pure delight.
Yes.
And she had not been in the ocean for so long, and it was just, so special.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, connecting with what's, that childlike and just enjoying life quality that so easily just disappears in our day-to-day, doesn't it? And being all the responsibilities and and we forget that, wow, there's absolute beauty out there. There's magic, there's pleasure, There's all of these things. And there's way to still the other and cultivate these.
It's so true. And that those things are accessible to us and around us. For example, like you said, with sparing a moment to actually acknowledge and smell the jasmine. I know for me today it was sunshine, so it was sunny here in Newcastle today at lunchtime, and I said to the team, let's all eat together out on the balcony. And it was, because it's been quite cold the last few weeks, and so that joy, to be honest, most of the time I don't even notice those things through the day. So I think for me, that's what retreat is about. It's that gentle reminder and that permission to, I'll say, slow it down and for me, look around and go, this is surrounding you. You don't need to go and do grand holidays or what have you, although they're lovely and I love to do that. But these are things that are there daily. Day to day. Yes, daily. That's right.
Which is the majority of our lives, right? That's the day to day. So that reset, and I mean, I think we need retreats more than ever. More than ever.
I'd certainly agree with that. And I think that's where the passion has come from with our collaboration. It's like being able to have it there available for people to come and participate if they feel like it's right for them, and in a beautiful location that I think people can very much ease into. And feel at home, really feel like a big hug was what one of the participants said they felt from the minute they got there. It was just very welcoming and relaxed and melted into it, which was really nice feedback.
And I think the other thing that we've all experienced is there's something unique about the place. We know the Dalai Lama used to hang out there, right?
Yes.
That there's something it's unquantifiable.
Yes.
Something happens already on, I remember last time, some people said on the second day, but God, it already feels like completely different. Like we've been there for a long time. So something happens there, which is quite magic. Yeah,
it is magic. There's an energy. There's a man that comes out from Ireland every year, and he's a geologist, and he many years ago told us about the northern end of the beach and said for him, he's travelled the world and is a geologist, but there's a real energetic thing there, and I feel it. So I know when I'm there, and that's why we deliberately do outdoor yoga. So we on the grass, grounded and what have you, you really melt into the location. And it is a place where we've had participants who have flown from Melbourne to Newcastle. It's only a 1 hour drive. It's an easy 3 hour drive from Sydney. We've had beautiful participants come down from Brisbane. So from a location perspective,
it's easy to access.
Easy to access. That's right. But in terms of I talk about the yoga and being outdoors, there's that element to it, but we've also incorporated some creative and art, which is very exciting. So we have a wonderful Australian artist, Tricia Fitzpatrick, who has opened her working studio. So she's exhibited New York and Naples and what have you. A beautiful lady who I'm very blessed to call my mother. Is collaborating with us as well, so that we can do some art therapy, and it's been amazing. We've had people that have signed up purely because of the art, and then others who have arrived saying, I want to do everything except the art.
That's right. and then loving it.
Loved it so much that she was going home to book art lessons in Melbourne, which is just fantastic. So that is also part of our retreat as well, really tapping into that creative and playfulness,
isn't it? But also they everyone takes the painting home. So you have that reminder of the retreat at home on your wall going, oh, that's right, that's what that was for me. Right. So
exactly. I know for me, mine is on a wall that I see every day. And it makes me smile. So
and that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Right?
Totally.
Smile and be able to dial down that all the rubbish that we go for and come into joy.
That's right. Innocent and pure joy.
On that note.